I finally slept almost enough today. Almost. So what's your bet? Will I do something useful today or won't I? Don't know yet. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. Are you people nice to Siri, ChatGPT, and the rest of them? I am. Because you know what I think? What if machines will take over? So when they will, or if they will, I hope they'll remember that I was nice and they will be nice to me too. There is the whole thought process behind that. So I am polite with them. Well, the writing was going pretty bad. And I realized why. Because my foot was hurting. It's hurting. I just stopped walking. And that's how I get my ideas. So I put myself together and went for a walk. And to get some food. Right? What's the expression? Kill two birds with one stone? So yeah. And I realized that listening to music with lyrics is actually very distracting for getting ideas for your script or story, because it kind of gives you suggestion of what is happening. So for this situation, I have a playlist which is just instrumental music. So I guess I probably have right now half of a scene that I'm thinking about right now. Maybe when I write down this half, I'll get the rest, because you know sometimes just the flow opens and you go with it. But it's kind of, yeah, it's going pretty slow. Is it like with creativity, is it like when you give it a break, it kind of slows down? So you'd better just do it little by little every day? Because when I just started, and then I wrote, it's like my ideas couldn't stop. But I also walked a lot, so I'm not sure. But at least I got the beginning of the scene. That can keep me moving in the right direction, right? I kind of revisited the 2022, the occupation of my hometown, the liberation. I looked through different videos from those times, from the photos my parents sent to me. And I just want to say that guys, you're so lucky. So lucky that you have just a vague understanding of what is happening there. And I hope that it stays this way. I really want as little people as possible to have a 100% understanding of what it's like to be in the war zone or to have somebody there. It just really, I think I said that before, it just hits you differently. It just really hits you differently when you walk those streets, when you know exactly where it is. You can come, you don't need like maps or GPS to get there. You know where it is. You've been there. I just wrote a long email to Amy, sorry, it's like I kind of dived into these memories and I looked through some videos on YouTube from those days. Like at the beginning, my hometown, it was occupied almost immediately when the war started. Almost immediately, because we are just like a little bit away from Crimea. It's like 40 minutes drive by car, maybe an hour. And the top of the, what would you call it? Like a security defense agency, probably. So that part that was in my hometown, they basically all were bought by Russia, and they made it nice and easy for them to come. And at first people protested, peaceful protests. But then Russians started shooting them, throwing grenades in them. Is it grenade? This is called a grenade, right? That you just like and throw grenade, right? And I looked at those, little videos that people recorded with their phones. That main square, that was the meeting point for me and my friends when I came to visit. Like I walked that square like half a year before the war started. Or like when the debris fell on my home, or maybe it was not debris, I don't know, something hit my home, the building itself, and it hits you so much differently when you know exactly where it is, and you know that people you love are in there, and you see it there. Like at the very beginning, okay, now I'm having a deja vu. I think I said that before. Yeah, I think I did. Did I share this? I think I did. That I had a video of my street and I could see my building there. And like one apartment is already on fire. And I can see like another, I don't know what it is, shell mine. I'm not savvy in military ammunition, so something is like flying and hitting another building. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then I learned that my mom at this moment was on the phone with a boy who was in that apartment that was on fire, because it was her student, and him and his mom, they were hiding under the bed because they were on the first floor. They had grid, it's called grid, right, on the window. They couldn't get out. The apartment on the second floor was hit and it was on fire, but because of of the explosion, their door of the apartment kind of distorted and they couldn't enter, so they were trapped. Yeah, I definitely think I said that before. Did I tell it to you? Okay. Anyway, all I am trying to say basically is that I feel like, I don't know, I'm no one to give advice, but be grateful. Be grateful for not having that experience in your life, really. It's just, it hits you so much when you know what it is, where it is, who's there. And those actually are like two different experiences. When you are inside of that nightmare, or when you are kind of an observer, but you know people who are inside, and you can't do anything. Like survivor's guilt, oh, it's so real. It's so freaking real. I constantly have this feeling like I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough. All the time. All the time. All the time. I hope you really understand how lucky you are. And I understand life is tough. And actually compared to what they're going through right there. My separation, my God, this is so little. So little. The main thing is everyone is alive. That's the main thing. The rest can be fixed, or we can overcome it. Really, it's just, I mean, it's tough, it's hard, but we're still alive, right? We're still alive. Or maybe it's just my survivor's guilt that I felt so tragic when it happened. And there are people dying. And there are people dying. Like 2 friends I lost. Nothing will ever happen to them. I still have hope that something good will happen to me. But to them, nothing will happen. And that's very sad. It's really very sad. Kind of forgot that I had this note. I have so many notes written here in front of me that sometimes I get lost in them. But the note says, eat your life today. I don't know whether it will mirror it or not, but this is what it says. Eat your life today. Because you have no idea what will happen tomorrow. You have no idea if actually tomorrow will happen. I don't know, am I depressing today? Sorry if I am. Sorry, didn't mean to. Probably like a reminder to myself that it's enough of that tragedy. Time to move on. Because what is happening at my home, it's much worse than just me separating from my husband. that's what I'm thinking about today. Thanks so much for listening. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.